Welcome to the Little Beading Closet. I'm Sherry. In this video, I'm going to show you how easy and quick it is to make the Cactus Squares beaded bracelet. So go ahead and make one for yourself or a friend. Speaking of friends, I want to say hi to all of you watching today, and a special thank you to my subscribers. You all make me feel like a friend in the beading world. Now it's time to break into your gem duos and diamond duos and have some fun. As you know, color can play such a big role in the finished look of a piece. You can make your bracelet with one color gem duos or play around. You can always mix and match colors to use small amounts of beads that you may have in your stash. Now let's look at the supplies and get started on the Cactus Squares bracelet. To make a 7-inch bracelet, you're going to need 50 fire polish beads. I'm using a size 3mm, and they're on the corners of my squares and here at the connections. You'll also need your gem duo, diamond duo beads. I'm going to be using 32. You'll need size 11 Delica beads. I'm also going to be using some size 11 round beads just here next to the fire polish at the connectors. And to keep it simple, we'll use a magnetic clasp. This is a Symbol Elements magnetic clasp here at the end. Feel free to use a toggle clasp if you'd like, or any other magnetic clasp you have. I like wildfire, so I'm going to work with this today, but feel free to use any beading thread you'd like. And I'll use a size 12 beading needle. And again, whatever needle of preference you want to use is fine. We're going to have to begin by putting the needle on our thread. Again, I like to cut my thread at an angle and crimp the end of it to start with my needle. Then I just pull my thread through. And you want to work with about 6 feet of thread. And we'll begin by picking up 4 of our gem duos. And we'll put them all on this direction. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just like that. I'm going to bring these down near the end of my thread. And if you leave about a 6 to 8 inch tail, you can use that to add your clasp later. So go ahead and tie this into a circle. And I'm going to knot that probably twice, nice and tight, to start. So we have this inner part right here. And there's 2 ways you can do this. Next step, what I like to do is needle through the next diamond duo away from my knot, so my thread is not next to the knot, and then lay my thread on the back of my diamond duo and come through the outer hole, just like that. Or if you don't want it that way, with the thread on the back of the needle, or back of the gem duo, you can just lay the thread on the side of your gem duo and come through. Depending on the color of your bead and the color of your thread, you might want to do it this direction. For today's project, I'm going to be doing it with the thread laying on the back of my gem duo. So once I have these 4 together, I will be picking up 5 of my Delica beads and then going through the tip of the next gem duo. And repeat that all the way around, putting 5 Delica beads between every gem duo until we get back to the beginning. Almost there. 5 more through the next gem duo. Move my tail, pick up 5 more Delica beads and come through the next Gemduo. You can also go through the first Delica after your Gemduo. Pulling all these tight, now we're just going to peyote what we did. So pick up a Delica bead, coming out of this Delica bead, skipping one, and going into the next. So we'll peyote all the way around, picking up one Delica, skipping one, and coming into the next, and if you can, into the Gemduo and Delica bead after it. Just making sure they pop into place. Again, we're just going to be putting the peyote stitch, coming out of this Delica, skipping one, and going into the next. Picking up a Delica, coming out of this one, skipping one, and going into the next. You can also go into your Gemduo and the Delica after it at this point. Again, we're going to pick up a Delica, skipping one, coming into the next. Again, pick up one Delica, skip a Delica, go into the next. You can also go into the Gemduo and the Delica after it at this point. We're down to the last side that we need to add our peyote stitch to. So pick up a Delica. Repeat that process for this last section. You're putting 2 Delicas on. Now at this point, I'm going to come through my Gemduo. Through the first Delica after the Gemduo, and then step up. Right here you can see there's a space between this Delica and this one, and that's where we're going to be putting our 3mm fire polish. So you can go into the next sticking up Delica, just like that. Come down the next Delica, through your Gemduo, here I also went into the Delica after the Gemduo, and then I'm going to step up into one of these Delicas here, and what we're going to do is put the 3mm fire polish between the 2 Delicas. That will form the second corner of our square. Come down into the Delica next to your Gemduo, and through your Gemduo, pull through, and then I need to come into the Delica after my Gemduo. And if you can do it on a diagonal all at one time to step up into the outside, go ahead. Pick up one more 3mm fire polish for the next corner. Go through the next sticking up Delica. So now we have our third corner on. We'll come through the Delica next to the Gemduo and through the Gemduo. Trying to keep my tail out of the way. And you can see we're just going to be putting one 3mm fire polish up there in that corner. Here we'll go through the 2 on the diagonal. Pick up 1 fire polish and go into the next sticking up Delica. So now we have our first square complete. We want to come through the next Delica and the Gemduo, right like this. And now with this part done, we're going to be adding our connection. I like to use 1 round size 11 bead, 1 3mm fire polish, and 1 more round bead. Then I will pick up 1 of my gemduos on my needle like this. I'll pick up 1 more 11 round, 1 more 3mm fire polish, and 1 more 11 round. And come through this gemduo here on our first square. Just like that. And we have our first square and first connector made. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to needle through the 11, the 3mm and 11, and through my diamond duo. Now we just need to start our next square. So again, I'm going to lay my thread on the back of my diamond duo and come through this top hole. And just like before, we're going to start adding the rest of our gemduos. So I'm going to pick up 3 and come through the one that I used as a connector. Then I will needle through 1 gemduo here, and then also needle through the one directly across right here. Again, I'll need to lay the thread on the back of my gemduo and needle through the outer hole of it. Trying to pull all this tight. We'll just like before, add 5 of our Delica beads between every gemduo. So putting on 5 Delica beads just like before. And if you need to, you can go back to that part of the video and see how to do this one more time. So I'll add more segments that I need to get a 7-inch bracelet. I've did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 segments. I'm just about ready to add my magnetic clasp. I'm using a Symbol brand magnetic clasp. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back together and come back to my bracelet. I'm adding my last fire polish right here, and then come through the Delica before your gemduo and through the gemduo. Coming out of the gemduo, I'm going to pick up 1 size 11 round, 1 3mm fire polish, and 1 more 11 round, and put on my clasp, whichever clasp you're using at this point. And then 1 more 11 round, 3mm fire polish, and 11 round, and I'm going to come back through my gemduo. on the opposite side that I'm exiting. Just like that. And that's how we'll be attaching the clasp. So then you would needle back through here and tie off your thread. I hope you enjoyed making the Cactus Squares beaded bracelet today, and have fun with your colors and beading projects. Until next time, I hope you have a beautiful day.